To the latest on the deadly bridge collapse. Here's a live look at the scene this morning, where crews have been working nonstop since the tragedy on Thursday to dig through tons of debris to recover the victims and clear all of the rubble. Last night, officials giving an update that the last of the victims inside those crushed vehicles have been removed from the rubble. Police say the final total of people dead will stand at 6. This coming as we learn more of the victims' names and new information about the collapse. CBS 4's Amber Diaz is joining us now with the very latest from the collapse scene near the FIU campus. Amber, good morning.
Good morning to you, Maribel. Yes, it was actually an impromptu press conference last night at around 10 o'clock when we learned the final victims were recovered from the rubble behind me after FIU's pedestrian bridge collapsed. Now at that press conference, along with Miami-Dade officials, was Senator Marco Rubio, and he told the media he actually knew someone who died in the collapse. As the sun sets down behind a plume of smoke from a nearby brush fire, the number of people found crushed by FIU's pedestrian bridge goes up.
But I believe we had a press conference earlier where we had recovered 3 victims from the rubble behind us. So tonight, I can tell you that we believe that we've recovered the final 2 individuals, final 2 victims from underneath the bridge. So that makes it a total of 5 people that were recovered from underneath the bridge. There was 1 individual that passed away at the hospital, for a total of 6 people.
Police say Rolando Hernandez, Oswald Garcia, and Alberto Arias were 3 of the 5 people found beneath the rubble Saturday. All of the cars were taken away to be examined, but not before crews held for a moment of silence.
This was no easy task, and I know you keep hearing this, but to watch the work of the Miami-Dade Fire Department, the Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Department, Chief Downey and his men and women, to watch the work of the rescuers that came in here from the construction company that assisted us in this process. It has been a laborious, tedious process to remove 950 tons of weight of rubble, of pieces of concrete from above those victims. It was very difficult.
In a statement sent out by FIU, we learned their design build team and an engineer with the Florida Department of Transportation held a 2-hour meeting before the collapse on Thursday. In that meeting, they determined the cracking in the bridge was not a concern. FDOT says the engineer was not legally responsible to share that information with the rest of the department.
But what they will release is a report that will give in great detail, engineering level detail, about the decisions that were made on this project and pinpoint where was the mistake and or the failure that led to this catastrophic and tragic event. And that is something that the community needs, the families need, the country needs to make sure it never happens again. What an update there. Back out here live, Maribel, crews have a lot of work ahead of them in the next several days. They say it's going to take that long to clean up the street before they even think about opening it back up. We also learned they will do another sweep here to make sure they covered all their bases as they start to recover evidence. Reporting live, Amber Diaz, CBS 4 News this morning.